Konoe returned home sometime after midnight. Sleep did not come to him easily when he went to bed, and his thoughts drifted for a while. Soon, he fell asleep without noticing, and had a dream. Konoe woke up in a mysterious place. Various colors of light intersected. He felt as though his body was transparent and floating in water. His tail swayed lightly. He heard music, but couldn't tell where it was coming from. It was both near and far. It enveloped him like a comfortable sleep, and he drifted off. At this time, Konoe was so terribly defenseless. He thought he'd melt and become one with the air. When he started to think about this, he began to hear, in the midst of the distant music, the sound of a beating heart. Thumpin'. Thumpin'. Sounded like the beating of his own heart. Where was he? Where was he drifting? Suddenly, his vision was painted green. What the shit? The green light surrounded him, and he struggled to break free. Konoe felt something coil around his ankle. It was cold, thin, and smooth. Before he could be certain of what it was, it forcefully started to climb up his body. Konoe felt a flash of resentment and tried to stop the coiling thing with his hand, but he could not. It easily glided over his chest and wound itself around his neck. Little by little, it tightened around his throat, as if it enjoyed the feeling of squeezing tightly into his flesh. Konoe was choking. He recklessly tried to scratch at it with his claws. Something broke off and fell. Konoe's eyes rolled about desperately. A green scale had fallen on the translucent floor, and then he saw the edge of whatever was coiling around him. This thing, a serpent? Do you feel it? A voice suddenly echoed in his head. Konoe felt a wet, cool touch against his cheek. The snake's head was right before his face. Its sharp eyes stared at him. Its tongue, as red as blood, flickered. The voice kept sounding in his head. Do you feel it? Overflowing from my scales. My tongue, my eyes, my heartbeat, my existence. Do you feel it? Existence? Yes, existence. Answer me. What am I to you? What do you feel? Even as I asked that, it was difficult to think when it hurt to breathe. Konoe struggled, his hands clawing at the snake's scales, his feet kicking wildly, all in vain. Answer me. The snake demanded it from him still. Its coils did not loosen. Konoe tried to cling on to consciousness. A joyful impulse surges. The snake painfully strangles the heart. I don't know. What do I have to go off here? It really... I mean, would this make it happy? Would this make it mad? I don't know enough here to make any kind of guess. So... joyful impulse. Konoe could make no sound. He only vaguely imagined his answer. The snake suddenly loosened its grip on his throat. Had it read his thoughts? Konoe fell down and coughed intensely. Aw. Poor Konoe. It hurt. Even though he was released, the feeling of being strangled wouldn't go away. On the contrary, it seemed like the grip on his throat kept tightening, like it was trying to squeeze it into nothingness. The green snake slid off his back. It seemed to be laughing at him as it raised its head in the shape of a sickle. This is it. You're suffering, aren't you? You're so afraid. The snake opened its mouth wide, revealing 2 ferocious fangs. The snake approached, laughing. Konoe tried to escape by kicking off the ground, but he couldn't move his body. Saliva dripped from the fangs, and laughter echoed in the depths of Konoe's mind. The tightness around his neck was still there, but he couldn't breathe any longer. His vision grew hazy. It was useless. It was all just a dream.